So in this video, I want to share with you guys about tips how you can keep your baby registry as minimalist as possible. This video is not going to be about what things to get or not get for your baby registry, because I think that certain items just work best for certain people depending on your living style and then also like your baby. If you're interested on my registry on what I got for my second baby, I am going to leave that in the link below so you guys can see the items that I loved, but just if you want. Okay, so my number one tip is to ask for gift cards. Instead of adding a bunch of things that you don't even know if you're going to need or not, the best thing is just to ask people like, please, we really accept gift cards. That way, for the big ticket items, you can bundle up those gift cards and get specifically what you want. Because usually when you ask for a stroller or those like higher ticket items, most people are not going to be able to buy that for you. But if they do get you gift cards, then you can bundle them up, and so you can get those big ticket items that I know that could be really expensive. Okay, the next tip with talking about gift cards is don't spend all the gift cards. Save some of those gift cards for after baby is born, because what happens is that you look at an item and you're like, do I need that? Do I not need that? So instead of you adding it and getting it and then not using it, what you do is that you save those gift cards so that when after your baby is born and then you realize like this thing would have been so helpful for me, now you have those gift cards that you saved to go ahead and buy it instead of spending your own money on something that you weren't sure if you're going to need or not. My next tip is to avoid adding toys into your registry. It's very tempting to say like, oh, I need toys, like the baby is going to need toys. But the reason why I'm saying this is because your children, believe me, are going to get so many toys. And so by you putting them in your registry and then just receiving toys, the first few months you're not going to use them because the baby's not really going to play with anything. And then even as they keep growing up, they don't really need that many things. So by you avoiding putting toys in your registry, then you can get other things that you actually need for your baby. The next tip is that whenever possible, if you notice that you got something or you bought something and you didn't use it, return it as fast as you can. Like, I'm not using this, the baby didn't need it, they grew it or anything like that. Just make sure that you return it right away. And the reason is because sometimes we just think like, oh, maybe I'll use it later, and then you end up just like storing it in your house, and then you start accumulating all of these baby things that you think like one day maybe you're gonna use, maybe you'll use with the other baby, and it's just things that continue to accumulate in your house a lot. So I would say whenever possible, just return it, and then that way you have that money to get something else. And then another thing that you should keep in mind is that some stores, if it's brand new, if it's in the box, you can bring it into the store even if you don't have your receipt, and they can give you store credit for it. The next tip is to, before your baby shower, ask your friends if they have anything in your wish list that maybe they have. If you have a friend who recently had a baby, or their baby is about a year old, like ask, is there anything else that you're looking to get rid of? So then that way you don't ask for it in your registry and you already have it by somebody else who gave it to you. As a mom of babies who are growing, I was always looking and waiting for someone to ask me to take something away from me because I wasn't using it anymore and was not going to use it anymore. And I would have loved to have given it to anyone who had asked me. So if you have friends who just recently had a baby, their baby just turned a year old, or they're growing things, you can ask them like, is there anything that maybe you're not using that you could give to me? Or if you saw that someone had a play gem, you can ask like, where did you get it? Like, I'm really thinking about getting one. And then maybe that person will be like, yeah, actually you can have it because I'm not going to use it anymore. So always ask your friends who have older babies to see if maybe they have something that you would want to have for your baby. And then that way you know if they use them, if they found it helpful, and then you can get it without having to add it to your baby registry. I feel like now there is a lot of pressure for you to get this thing that everyone has, that everyone wants. But the thing is that you have to remember that everything that you will use for your baby and that you will love, it will be very specific to you, to your lifestyle, and to your baby. So I would say it can be overwhelming to like read all these things that you need and that your baby you can't live without, and all these baby companies are trying to throw at your face like, buy this, you're gonna need this, like your baby needs this. So I would say my biggest tip that I would give any mom is save those gift cards, don't buy it, and then after your baby is born you'll realize, I actually think that this will really work for us. I actually think that like getting this thing is really going to work. And those are usually the items that you're going to use the most, and you're going to realize like, yes, I need this like for, to make my life a little bit easier, or actually no, I didn't need that. And everyone said that I was like going to miss out if I didn't get it. So just avoid the pressure from all these blogs, from all these websites that are telling you that you need these items. I think just save up as much as you can, ask for as many gift cards as you can, so that you don't have to buy all these things that you are not really sure if you're going to need or not. Because once your baby is born, you'll realize like, yes, actually this item I think I'm going to use, or you'll realize those things after the baby's born. As I said before, if you really are interested on what I got for my baby on my baby registry, I'm going to leave a link below so you can take a look at it. Any questions or any tips that maybe you want to give a mom to be, just please go ahead and leave it in the comments. I would love to read it. I would love to have more tips to give you, but that's all I have for now. Thank you guys for watching.